Good morning.
Good morning. As that intro was ending, the kitty cat down here starts making noise. I'm like, you never talk. Why do you want to talk?
Why are you talking today? Right.
Well, hello, everybody. We actually have a lot of comments already in here and lots of hellos. And today is the day that we're going to do the white light meditation for Ukraine, which we're going to do at 10:30. So if you had any friends who wanted to join in, we got some time if you want to invite them in and remind them. But we are, and hello, Rebecca. And Rebecca is the one who actually helped us do this today. So thank you.
Very nice, Rebecca. Thank you so much.
And it looks like we have some friends in Australia.
Nice.
It's probably warmer than it is here.
Well, I don't know. It's going to go over 70 today, so I'm that's good. That's good.
Right. I'm happy, and if it only stay that way.
New Hampshire. Wow.
Right. Let's see. Dawn, she says, I know it's spring when our local seasonal seafood stand opens, and today is the day. Yay. I know it's spring when my allergies really kick in, so I probably sound nasally. But you said I sound better than I did yesterday.
You sound better than you did yesterday. I would have swore you were 10 feet under the water talking. It's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't understand anything you're saying.
I felt like it. Yesterday was just blah. Let's see. And our friend Goth Bosch is back. We didn't see you for a week or two. Natalie says, beautiful day in Ohio. It is. Let's see. And thank you, Melanie. Let's not forget to hit the like button, everyone. Thank you. So New Hampshire is only 40 degrees. No, I shouldn't say only, because that is warmer probably than what it could be.
40 sunny degrees. Well, at least it's sunny. That's good.
Yes. And she said tomorrow it's going to be 60. And Melanie says it's 54 and cloudy in Georgia.
Well, I would have think it was warmer down there. Huh.
Right. Let's see. Lots of chit chat. Hello, Swifty. All right. So for any of our friends with us today that are new, Mary Ann is the inspiration behind the TV show The Ghost Whisperer and author of the book When Ghosts Speak. If you have any questions about earthbound spirits, negative energy, what else? Portals. Go ahead and ask your questions in the comments, and Marianne's going to answer them live for you. We do this every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Today we have the extra little event of doing a white light blessing for the Ukraine. Hello, Tracy. Oh, so Sue asks, with St. Patty's Day being tomorrow, have you ever seen a leprechaun? Are you aware of anything you can do to remove them from your house?
Whoa, whoa. Yes, little folk exist, and tomorrow is an important day for the leprechauns for sure. There is, and of course I don't know where it is, there's a little bottle of a solution that you can use to get rid of little folk in the house. There was a lady that had a metaphysical shop, and I remember I went in there one day. Here it is. And I remember I went in there one day, and it was St. Patty's Day, and I don't know if they do that now or not. You used to be able to buy in the grocery stores like pots of 4-leaf clovers. They always had them out at this time of the year. So I remember I really like this lady. So I remember I picked up one of those little pots and I took it into her for St. Patty's Day. And I go in there, and on her counter, she had a box and a stick holding up the end of it. The box was like this. And inside the box was a little shot glass with Irish whiskey.
A little leprechaun trap.
Yep. And she had a little string tied around the little pole to pull out. And I says, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, if you watch that little shot glass, you can't see them, but all of a sudden the whiskey starts going down a little bit." She says, "As soon as you spot that, pull a string, the box will fall on them, and you just cut yourself a leprechaun." And I says, "And then what do you do with it?"
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you got it. So now, what do you right? What do you do with it? She said, "Well, I haven't never caught one. I'm going to someday." She says, "And when I do, he is going to tell me where the pot of gold is." I said, "Okay, good luck to you on that one."
I
So,
mean,
yeah.
they're grumpy little creeps to begin with, and putting one in a box isn't going to make him
And
more on your side.
they're this big, how are you going to reach your hand in there and grab them? Probably bite you or something. So it's like, no. For
That's
those of you who have been around for a while, um, years ago we had the book club at Borders, and of course, Borders, as Melissa very well knows, is gone. And so we did it once a month, and it got to be really, really good. The way it works is you guys make suggestions on the book that you would like to see discussed the following month, and you read the book and you come in and we discuss it. And
mhm.
we did that for probably a couple of years, and people really liked it until the stores closed. So we're going to start it again on Tuesday, May 17th. It's going to be the third Tuesday of every month, 7 o'clock at night, 7 to 8. It's only an hour, and it'll be out by the Goddess Elite. Plenty of parking.
Mhm.
And so the first book, why don't you say what the first book is, Melissa?
It is called Spiritual Cleansing. I do have some of this book on order in the store, and we'll have it up on the website as soon as it comes in, and we'll have it available in person as well in store. So it's called Spiritual Cleansing, a Handbook of Psychic Protection. It is by the publisher Wiser. The author's last name is Mikaharic, which is Mickaharic. So I'm just waiting for those to come in, and you'll be able to get them there in the store and on our website. But yeah, we were actually talking about doing your book club a while ago, and then COVID hit, and nobody was doing anything.
Right. I'll
So
tell you, I got so many offers to do it, but the problem was parking. When this thing ended, there were close to 175, 200 people showing up every time we did a book club. And I mean, with the price of gas now, yeah, probably would be good to share a car, share a ride. But, we got plenty of parking here. And like I said, this will be the first book, but let Melissa know, let me know. We'll at the end of the first meeting, I will say these are the 3 books that people have asked for next month. Which one do you want? You vote. That's the one we'll read for the following month. And we'll just do that every month so we have a variety. And they cover the gamut. I mean, anything to do with metaphysical, dreaming, little folk. Let's try to avoid aliens. But we can probably hit almost anything. So.
now, if when the books are decided at the end of that meeting, I probably won't have them right then and there. So
Right.
it'll take a couple days for me to get them in the store on the website for you guys to
Well,
work.
actually, to help you out, we'll know the next 2 months after the
Okay.
first meeting which books. We'll do like this one and then that one. So No, you will give you enough time to get the books in the store. So.
Okay, cool deal. And I knew this was going to happen. Uh,
What?
book club on Zoom for all of our friends who are on.
No. No book club. No, could you imagine all 25 of those little squares talking at the same time? Oh my gosh. No. No.
Uh, give me time to think on that one. I mean, we have so many friends that are not in Cleveland. How can we incorporate our friends there too? Or who maybe work night shifts. Let me think on that one.
Oh, Melissa.
I know.
And it's free to come in. Just have to buy your book. So there's no, yes, I knew somebody's going to ask that. It's no charge.
Yeah, no charge. About the only thing is just the cost of the book, however you get it.
Right.
I am going to look into being like an affiliate with Amazon to where if you have to get it from Amazon or something, if you go through our link, at least, I and Mary Ann will little something for selling of the book online. But that's not set up yet. So, Melanie.
And seeing that we're not doing it till May, you've got time. It's still only March. So we got time. You got time to get the book.
Yeah. So why not? Please. And like Christina,
this must be like, Zoom
I am 70 miles from the shop, so Zoom would help a lot. So,
yeah. I really need to think about that. I mean, seriously, I need to think about that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something that we would have to do on it would be kind of hard to do on the same night with the live people.
Oh yeah, no, you couldn't do that. No.
Yeah, would have to think on that and play around and see what we can do. Yes. So anyway, let me hamster wheels off in another direction now. Okay. Oh, hey, Divine. Nice to see you again. It's funny because I was just thinking about you the other day. And I'm like, we haven't seen her in a while. And Karen's like, see, look what you guys started.
Yeah, you know what? You just can't say one little thing on here. And everybody goes, I know what we can do.
Well, it's great for new things and ideas for new things. So
yeah, no, what one person doesn't think of, the other one does. So it works out.
They help us problem solve out how to address these. I don't.
Right. I mean, you guys throw it out there. Now give us a suggestion on how to fix it.
Mm-hmm. So Melissa says, I am scheduled for your Zoom meeting on Monday. I will be the only one home. Would you be able to tell if an earthbound spirit is attached to a person who lives here, even if they are not in the house? Or should I wait to do a Zoom meeting when everyone is at home in the house?
No, I would be able to pick up on energy if a live person had left and a ghost followed them. I would be able to tell if it happened, if they were in the house at least 48 hours before the Zoom. So no. And the same thing, people take their charms off before they come on, so they want the ghost to be there. Please do not take off your charms. Leave your quince seeds on you. No. So, but no, I'll be able to tell. And we still have a few openings for that one too, don't we, Melissa?
Yeah, I think we have 7 openings left.
Yeah.
For this coming Zoom on the 21st.
Right.
So we're going to back up a little bit to the leprechaun traps. Says whiskey is the Irish holy water.
Oh, good to know. Didn't know that.
And Hank says Max and Oliver have built several traps to catch them. Last year, there was a bow tie in the trap with a pack of Smarties and a note saying, eat these. Next time, maybe you can make a trap and catch me.
Oh, cute.
You'll have to let us know, Hank, if you ever catch one. What you did with it once you got it in the box.
Yeah, what did you do with it once you had it?
Right.
It's like, be careful what you wish for. You may get it.
And Adam, who was with us on the last Zoom, said he really enjoyed participating. And I'm sorry, Adam, I thought you were a different Adam who also joins us on Wednesdays. That's why at first when I'm like, hey, and you're like, what?
Yeah, okay. No, I'm glad you were on. I'm glad you got questions answered. That was good.
And Renee also, can we do the book club on Zoom?
Oh, Renee. And thank you for my birthday card, Renee. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how you remember.
Let's see. It says, I don't know if I'm sensitive enough to know when portals are open. Is it possible to do something to close portals that may be open, even if you did not see or know if and where they are?
No. No. The only thing is, if you really suspect you have a portal in the house, you really have to smudge way more often than normal because you don't want anything popping out of a portal. So no, that does not work.
Dawn says, why do folks associate seeing a cardinal as a sign, visitation from a loved one? I have all kinds of birds here, but everyone says cardinals are meaningful.
I don't know if being the bright red, if they catch your eye more, or maybe it started out when you're washing dishes, looking out your sink, and there's a cardinal sitting there, and you start thinking about your dead grandmother or something. People just started associating cardinals with people visiting. But I know people that think it's butterflies, people that think it's hawks, especially in Texas. Anybody that sees a hawk down in Texas is sure it's a loved one. Must be a Texas thing. So it's who knows? Just like when everybody's positive that their house is cursed when birds fly into the windows. Your windows are too clean. They're seeing themselves. That's why birds go into windows.
Okay. I'm reading the suggestions about Zoom in the book club. People are saying just mute them and know that they can listen, but they won't be able to talk. They'll just hear what other people are saying.
But that's the whole purpose of a book club, interaction, talking with one another. Well, what did you get out of it? Do you agree with that person? Would you look at it different? And I would think, Melissa, with you on the backside of a Zoom, muting and unmuting people, something like this would make you absolutely bonkers. Trying to, that one's hands up. I better get that one. I don't know. We really got to think about this.
I mean, I just push buttons. So, I mean, if you guys would want to be on the Zoom and like muted, if you were okay just being on the Zoom and listening and maybe typing in questions into chat, and every now and then I'd be like, hey, we have a question. If you're okay with that level of participation, that could be something. Let's see.
What about instead of a Zoom? No, never mind. I just answered my own question.
Were you thinking of like doing like a live thing about the book?
Yeah, I was actually.
I knew it.
Yeah. I'm thinking, no, that's not going to work either. Nah.
Tuesday morning book club live and then in person that night. What?
Do you want the rest of my week? And then when people call and say, why can't you come over? There you go.
Because I was reading a book.
That's right. Maybe that Zoom thing is more something to think about in the winter when we're stuck in the house anyway.
People read in the summer too. I mean,
yeah, when they're sitting by the pool, which is really nice.
Because see, like the suggestion says, unless you allowed people to Zoom in with the understanding that they won't be able to participate in the conversation, be part of the event, so they could hear what everybody else is saying. And that's why I was like, well, if they typed questions in the chat, we could read, say, hey, here's a Zoom question, here's, a comment, and kind of go on that way.
Okay, but let me say this.
And Sapphire says we will be polite and raise our hand for participation.
No, see, when there's a group of people and the discussion is going on, person on this side says something and the person over here goes, no, I don't think so. Wouldn't it work better like this? How you're not going to get the interaction between people and their ideas if you have to wait to have your question read or your hand raised. And I really got to think about this.
And we already have a name, the Paranormal Cabin Fever Book Club.
Oh, geez, oh man. You guys don't have anything to do in New Hampshire? Come on.
See, I'm telling you, we can make this work. We can make this work.
Oh,
And says it'll encourage me to read. And Hank is already like, you could just stream it then.
is that what I'm talking about?
The live, the streaming. So
Okay.
we could stream it, live that night. And
Everybody talk on that?
Mhm. So how they're hearing us right now, you and I would be in the same room. I would be running the
Yeah.
background like I'm doing now. But instead of having the two cameras going, it would just be the one.
And it wouldn't be a Zoom.
No, it wouldn't be Zoom. It would just be this. So people would just log on to our YouTube channels and watch.
I don't know if people would get enough out of it without getting everybody's opinion.
And see, Sandy said she would help moderate. I'm telling you, yeah, I think you're outnumbered here by
Yeah,
your
that's
puppet
what it
test
sounds
personality.
like. Okay, we'll think about this. I will seriously think
See?
about it.
They already love the name.
Thank you so much, Margie.
Uh, let's see. Okay, I keep checking the time because I don't want to miss our 10:30.
Yeah.
Let's see. A lot of talking in between the two. Somebody was asking, like, how often do you have to smudge to make earthbound spirits kind of move along?
If it's just some dead old nosy neighbor that comes in through the front door or the patio door on an occasion, once every 12, 14 days is terrific. That's all you need. But a portal, no. I talked to somebody yesterday on the phone that this ghost was literally sitting on the sink watching her take a shower. Yeah, you need to smudge once a week. So,
Yeah, so here's our question from Matt Hatter. Says, good morning. I was wondering how often I should smudge in order to get rid of an earthbound. I usually smudge once a week. Is
you're
that
doing fine as long as you are getting every nook and cranny. Remember, keep that in mind. The one place you don't get the smoke is where they're going to be hiding. Don't forget attics, attached garages, crawl spaces in the basement. So, and I know attics are hard to get into if they're not walk-ups or you can't get into it. Have your smudge stick blowing smoke and use a hair dryer and get it up there.
Well, thank you,
Get
Karen.
creative. Yeah, you just got to get creative to do it.
Karen says, I love your shirt. Thank you. Oogie boogie.
It is cute.
I have a Maleficent one of a Maleficent like cereal type shirt too. Let's see. There was Heather says, I don't think I have any earthbound spirits at my new house, but I do sense some negative energy. I smudged with some sage about a week ago, and it was the first time in months. The bundle kept needing to be relit as I went around, and I still feel some negative emotion in the space. Is it possible that I need to smudge a second or third time to fully eliminate the bad vibes?
You'll know when you don't have to smudge anymore when your smudge stick stays lit for the whole cleansing. When you first start, it starts like with you. You have to keep relighting it, stop relighting it, and keep on going. Well, when you finally got the negative energy down, the smudge stick will stay lit and keep on smoking, and that'll be your sign. You'll know you've done your job.
So back to the birds. Brooke, I can't find it now. There it is. She says, my neighborhood birds have been hanging out on my porch a lot lately. This morning they left me a worm.
Oh, God.
And everyone's like, they left you a present. That's abundance. I do miss seeing the birds back at the house, at the apartment, because I'm in a ranch. So across from me, I see more ranch apartments. Whereas before, I had like the Metro Park in front of me and, so I miss seeing some of them. But
That's the one thing, living where we live, we've always lived where there's been a lot of birds, and we're fine with them. The only thing is, about every third year, and this is the year for it, the big pine trees in the backyard get full of nests of blue jays. And those are the loudest birds. They just fight between themselves horribly. And so I don't like it when the blue jays are back there, because they're out there squawking at 5 o'clock in the morning. So
Nadia says the Native American tradition stipulates that a woman shouldn't smudge while on her cycle. Is that something I need to abide by?
oh, interesting. I never heard that before. I don't see why that would make a difference, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna see what I can find out about that. I got a couple connections. I want to find out, but I've never heard that before. As a matter of fact, the Native American people that do my smudge sticks, they've never said anything. I get them from New Mexico. Interesting. I don't know. To find out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one, and I want to say which Native American tradition, because there's multiple different tribes
Of course.
traditions. So it may be with one or two, but not others. It's
a whole group, right? Right.
Let's see. Everybody's like, you have the best shirts. I'm like, thank you. But she also asked, she goes, do I need to smudge in my cupboards? And it's funny because I've told people with really bad, and I'm like, it doesn't hurt. Open up everything.
Yeah. And I'm for sure closets. I guess if a person could fit in the space, then it needs to be smoked. That would be, I would use that as your barometer. If you got a cupboard that big where somebody could get up inside of it, yep, you better smudge it.
Okay. So Coins and Ghouls says, so technically when you pass, couldn't you go mess with your friends and enemies and haunt them?
No, of course you could. But do you remember karma? Is that something you really want to do?
I mean,
unless your friends are really smart and they all have a quince charm on them so you can't get close to them. That's a possibility too.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. If something were to happen to me right now, I'd be over there messing with Putin. I'd go mess with all his shit.
Well, you got 48 to 72 hours after your final memorial service. That'd give you enough time to go over there and play with his head.
Well, hell, I can just go to any funeral home anytime and just go.
That's right.
So, yeah, I'd go mess with all his stuff.
We got a minute here before 10:30, so we better sort of say what we're going to do.
All right. Yeah, and a few people are like, City is not here yet. So we are going to play a meditation that has about a minute and a half of talking from our friend Brooke. She actually put together the music and the speech for it.
Becky.
Sorry, Rebecca. Sorry, because I just read Brooke. Sorry, from Rebecca here. And but the whole thing is about 4.5 minutes, so it's not overly long. And the first minute and a half, she's guiding you on kind of like what to picture, what to think of if you've never done this before and you're not sure what to do. I will upload just that meditation part onto the store's YouTube page later today. So if you want to do this more often, or have friends and family members who weren't able to join us today and they would like to do it, so you don't have to watch this whole thing and fast forward. And Marianne, if you and Ted later on want to be able to upload it, we can send it over to you too.
Yeah, Ted will probably put it on Facebook. So just so you know, it is 10:30 here. It is 4:30 in the afternoon in the Ukraine right now. And if this helps you, here is a picture that you can visualize, or the candle, whatever you hear Becky say. But here's a picture of the Ukraine so you can at least get it in your mind. It's a big place. So just send a lot of positive energy that way. And not today, not tomorrow, but I will be what well, how can you not? Every time you turn on the TV it's on. Um I, I'm going to guess, because we're doing it with such good intentions. I'm going to guess that we're going to see something go on there. I would think that it's, even if it's a little bit of a ceasefire for a while. Um, I think you might be surprised.
Hmm. All right. So what I'll do, Marianne, is I'll take us out of the screen and make
Yep.
the meditation the
Good.
daily cover for that. So bear with me, everybody, as I get us ready for this.
For the next few minutes as we gather on behalf of our sisters and brothers in the Ukraine. We send you our love, prayers, good intentions, and white light to stop all destruction and intrusion against you and your country, to heal the injured, and to restore you to freedom as a sovereign country. To make the white light, picture in your mind the bright flame of a candle or the bright setting sun. Now picture this light on your wall and imagine it growing larger and larger. Send the light through the wall, over land and sea and ocean to Ukraine. Picture the light over the whole country, at its borders, over its people. Raise your hands up, palms out, in a blessing. Whatever your religion or rite, say a prayer, a good intention, and send white light to Ukraine. Ukraine, we gather together to lift you up. May you be protected and safe against intruders, invasion, destruction. May all those trying to harm you stop immediately. We wish healing for all those hurt, reconstruction for all damage, freedom from oppression, and above all, we wish you lasting peace.
Okay. I can't wait to see how good we did.
And I'm actually uploading the thing on YouTube in one of my other 37 tabs right now. So hopefully that'll be ready here in the next hour or so for everybody. So you can go back and listen to that or anytime you want on the store's YouTube page, which is just Goddess Elite New Age. Share that around for anybody that you think might want to do this to help them out. And thank you, Rebecca, for helping put that together for us.
Thank you. It was lovely, Rebecca. Absolutely lovely. You know, it seems like such a simple thing, but energy is so strong and so powerful when you do it as a group like this. I think it even increases it. Plus the fact that there's a pretty big full moon on Friday, which should even give it more energy. So I think we're helping as much as we can.
So you're saying we should do it again on Friday, on your free time if people have time to do it again.
Right, which I will. I probably will do it. I mean, 5 minutes while you're waiting for your coffee to perk in the morning, or you can do it. It's fast,
Yeah.
but it's not going to hurt anything. That's for sure.
So Swifty says, anyone else cry?
You just have to feel so sad for all those people. It just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jackie. Yep. So a lot of people emotional.
Yeah.
Rebecca as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, though, Becky, I don't know if you're seeing, everybody loved it. So again, thank you. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything here. It might be time for another round of nasal spray. Like I can feel it. All right. So again, yeah, everybody's and Brooke says I started crying immediately. Okay, now to see if we found any, or if I missed any questions, what can I find? But Marianne, definitely everybody can do this again on Friday, on full moon. Now, in some of the witchy traditions, you almost get like the 3 days. You kind of get like the night before, the night of, and the night after in full moon to kind of claim some of that full moon energy. So if somebody wanted to do it like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that can only just help and keep adding to it, right?
And that's true. It'll just keep adding layer over layer over layer, which is really, really good. So yeah, definitely it just piles on. And we're not that big of a group, but we're still strong as one. So, and with this full moon, that's why the Zoom on Monday is going to be so good, because of the full moon on Friday. Oh yeah.
That might be a long night.
Yeah, it might be a long night.
Let's see. And I was noticing on my phone, like, so we're probably down to 6 because it looks like somebody else has already signed up.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we're down to 6 spots open for Monday the 21st. Let me see if I can find the banner here to sign up for that. Here we go. So there is the link to join us for a Zoom, and that link will work no matter what date we are on. So if you're listening to this after, that link will still work, provided that we are still doing Zooms. Who knows what we might be doing in 5 years. Rebecca says, can we send the leprechauns to Russia? Actually, Gremlins
would be a really good thing to send there. Yeah.
Yes. Gremlins.
Yes.
With mechanical stuff.
Yes.
The tanks, the aircraft, all of those things.
Right.
Send the gremlins there. Let's see. But there's the link to join us for Zoom. Doesn't matter any date it'll work for, unless that date is particularly full. I get so many calls at the store on the day of Zoom, people wanting to know why the link doesn't work. It does work. It just doesn't bring up that day because it's already full. It will automatically bring up the one that has availability for you to sign up for. So do not wait to the last minute if you can, because they always fill before the day of the event. Let's. So it's like, can we open a portal and send the gremlins through? And then Amanda's like, can we open a portal in the Kremlin? So if we open a portal right in their thing, but if those negative people that come out
I'm sure they have more than enough portals over there. Believe, because remember, it's the live people to blow them open with anything negative. And right now, that whole country's negative. So yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, feel free to join us on Zoom. There's 6 spaces left for Monday the 21st. After that, we will be into April, because my calendar's still sitting here looking at May when we were talking about the book club. April, we're just going to skip the whole month of April. Screw it. Fine, Ben. We'll take April out. We'll get into May, warmer weather.
Yeah, yeah. My daughter's birthday is in April. That would not make her happy. Throw out the whole month.
I think she would not be a fan of this plan.
No. Oh, that would get rid of Easter too, right?
It would. Yeah, we get rid of Easter.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone's like, can we open a portal remotely? And if so, can we send Clarence there?
God only knows where Clarence is right now.
He's probably somewhere on that street.
Yep,
yeah,
that's exactly right.
He didn't seem to want to travel like outside of the U.S. for whatever reason.
Nope. But don't you wonder what the heck his mother did to him to make him so afraid of his mother?
Part of me, I want to give her props, kind of,
Yeah, right.
Unless she was just completely evil, But if she was,
they say the nut doesn't fall too far from the tree, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
So Mary is wondering if you still attend many funerals.
I have started going to them again. Yeah. However, it turns out that I can actually get some information if I talk to the person from, like I did during COVID. If I talk to them on the phone the very first day of the viewing, or the first viewing, and I can usually see yes and no questions, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I still started going to them again. Yeah.
Let's see. Some conversation going. And somebody said we should just send the aliens to Russia. Vicky says, Melissa, do you need to cleanse selenite after cleansing crystals? I have seen both yes and no on various websites and use it now to cleanse my crystals. That's supposed to be one of the good things about selenite, is it doesn't need cleaning. It's like a crystal bar of soap. So it's always, cleaning. But I guess if you feel that you need to cleanse it, stick it out in sunlight. Don't run it underwater. Selenite / gypsum are dissolvable, so you don't want to do that. And you can actually cleanse any of your crystals in full moon or sunlight, which full moonlight is sunlight reflected off the moon. So sticking your crystals in sunlight for an hour or two will cleanse and recharge them. So,
plus, if you can't, have them on a tray, a glass, some kind of a glass bowl, place it on the ground. They get a lot of energy from the earth too. So if you've got them out in the moonlight or the sunlight, and if you have blue jays in the backyard, you better put a cover over the top of them, because the blue jays will steal the stones. So just so you know. Or raccoons, yeah. Or the fancy ones.
Or crows.
Yeah.
Crows like shiny things.
Yeah, they'll take them too.
So let's see. God says, since ghosts can apparently drain batteries, can they get the energy they need that way instead of taking it from the living people?
No, that's not the energy they need. They were human, and they need human energy to keep going. So they can wreck all kinds of electronic stuff, but they don't get energy from it. It's like stick your finger in a plug, get it from there. But that's not what they need. They need it from humans.
So do they just drain the batteries to mess with you, to cause you stress?
That gives them more energy, of course. Oh, great. The computer's down again. I got to go get a new one. The printer's broke again. The cell phone doesn't work. Yeah, exactly right. I will tell you, these new cars that have all the electronics in the dashboard now, oh my God, what they can't do to that. All they have to do is ride with you for 15 minutes in the front seat
Oh,
and
Margie.
it's shot.
I think it was Margie, which before the meditation, I don't know how they got on this, but I think it was her who replied, like, all electric cars should come with queen seats in them.
Yeah, truly.
That's happening. And here you bring it up. I'm like, that's hilarious, because that was
Yeah.
on the address.
Yeah, really. Electric cars, no. Did I just somebody just told me these electric cars are great and they love them and blah 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 blah. But is anybody that has an electric car, is this true that if it's out in cold weather for a long time, that affects how well the car works? It's like, so you can only have an electric car if you live in a hot state or a state that's only warm?
Well, you would think too much heat would malfunction it too, like overheating the battery. So
I don't know. I mean, who what's his name that started the electric cars? Who did the electric cars, Ted? Tesla. Tesla?
Well, didn't Honda have, well, hybrid, half electric, half gas?
Yeah, but who's the guy that invented them? They just asked him Musk. That's what I was trying to think of, because they just contacted him to see if he would turn off all the electric cars in Russia.
I was seeing some debate about that, like, see, you give big corporations too much control over everyday lives. And I'm like, I can see pros and cons on both sides of that argument.
Yeah, but let's face it, if you've got GPS in your car, or for you people that use the cell phone, who is everybody, if you've got your cell phone on, anybody can find you at any given time. I mean, they just have to trace your phone.
That's why when people are like, I'm not getting I don't want to be traced. I'm like, what do you think your driver's license is?
That's
what
right.
do you think your cell phone is doing? What do you think, your
When
internet?
you go to the grocery store and you have them scan your card for the discount, now they know everything about you. Come on.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of Teslas in Arizona, according to with Lori. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Melody says, is it true that some people do not actually have souls? I read this from someone else on a metaphysical related Facebook page.
I don't believe that one little bit.
Mm-mm.
No. I don't believe that.
No. And Kathy says, question regarding law of abundance. As a Catholic, I feel guilty writing it, like I don't trust in God. Can you help me reconcile this?
It's universal law, and God created everything, including universal law. So you're just asking universal law. God's got a big list of stuff to do, I'm assuring myself every day. So let the universe take care of you with the law of abundance. I don't think that, as a matter of fact, 1, 2, 4, 6. I gave out as Christmas gifts this year, 6 of these law of abundance checks to priests. If they don't have a problem, you shouldn't.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're talking to some people talking about the whole, like, private companies, like, being able to shut down all the electric cars. Like, and so it's like, I can see pros and cons on both sides. And
Yeah, you hate to think somebody's got that much control over you, but I guess it's true. Big brother's watching.
um,
I've been in houses where people are positive that their Alexa or Siri or whatever those little devices are that people have in their houses talk, that, that's how they're watching people too. I don't know.
So Melanie asks, can you write a law of abundance check for a group of people, like a church?
No, unfortunately, everybody has to write their own. You can't even write your spouse's. He has to or she has to write her own. And that's one of the little, things about it.
Let's see. Somebody asked if the spirits that you see, are they wearing the clothes that they died in?
Usually, but I have seen them change clothes and I have no idea where they get them from. They won't tell me. I just think that there must be a Dillard's in the sky or something that they're getting their new clothes from. Because the same thing, where do they get pipe tobacco, cigars, cigarettes, weed? Where are they getting this stuff from? They're still smoking it.
You don't have to worry about lung cancer then on that side, right?
On that side, you're fine. As a matter of fact, I smoked for years and years and years. I mean, years I smoked. I like smoking. And I joke about it. The first thing I do when I die is I'm going to have a cigarette.
Let's see. So Dawn has like a two-part question, but about waking up and finding a man standing in the doorway watching her sleep, and feeling like it followed him home. So do people tend to pick up followers? And I think
depending on your job, if you work in a factory, not so much. But if you stop at the coffee shop on the way home and there's somebody there that thinks you're good looking or cute, they could follow you home. But there are definitely jobs that have a tendency, people that do, that work in emergency rooms, in hospitals, especially city hospitals, dentist offices, girls that dance at men's clubs, and they can get some doozies following them home. So it just depends on the line of work. That some jobs have more. If you're in the theater, there's a very good chance you'll bring somebody home with you. Theaters are full. So.
Oh, this could be a fun debate.
Oh boy.
It is. Says, what creates a Jeffrey Dahmer? Nature versus nurture, possession, reincarnation, earthbounds. We could even throw astrological charts in there, right?
Who knows? It's flawed people. Nature with nurture. Many of you know that Ted and I were foster parents when we lived down in Worcester. And you get these kids when they're babies. Well, we watched infants, so you get these kids when they're babies. But some of them, if it's in the genes, I think sometimes it just comes out. And I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I think a lot more of kind of nurture.
You really think?
I do so much true crime, and before I got into all of this, I've always been introduced in this field since a kid. But there was a hot minute where in college, I was like that close to looking into criminal profiling. So that stuff always intrigues me. And the majority of these type of people, it is abusive homes. It's the abuse. It's, the constant treatment or lack thereof that creates, these small people as they're developing, as they're learning, as, these things get caught in there. There's also evidence of certain head traumas of certain parts in the brain that actually causes the brain to start misfiring, and you no longer have the guilt. You can no longer empathize with other people. You lose that ability. So you hear of how some people were completely different after a motorcycle accident. Now they're mean. Now they're nasty. Now they're willing to constantly get into a fight or threaten to kill people, whereas before they weren't, because now the brain is damaged. So
There's all kinds of reasons then. I mean,
it's more of a physical thing, what they experience here on this earth, than spiritual and astrological charts and all that other. And I'm like, no. Was it? I think his name was Jerry. Last name Brudos. He went around killing women. He had a fascination with feet and women's shoes, and he would cut off their feet and keep them for shoes and breasts. Well, as he was growing up, he just had this question about high heels, why his mommy wore them, and she beat him and told him never to do that. And so, what's wrong with it? I want to learn about it. So he would sneak, and every time he would go sneak it, she'd beat him harder. So this created this obsession. You know, if mommy would have just taken a minute, yeah, maybe he would have turned out to be cross-dresser later, but that's worse. Is that really worse than killing women and cutting off their feet? And
right.
You know, so I think it's a lot more of the physical experience that creates that, more than, I'm like, no, you're not possessed by a demon as why you're a serial killer. You had some shit.
No. That's just you. Yeah, right.
I don't care what your astrological chart says, because everybody born within an hour or so of Jeffrey Dahmer would be serial killers too.
Yeah.
They're not. Mommy didn't hug you enough, or daddy beat you too much, or, come on. And now I'm off my soapbox.
Okay, that'll work.
Let's see. Yes, he was a bad seed. And if you get into his history and his upbringing, it's hard to, I cringe when I say some of these people, you almost feel bad for them when you hear about their upbringing, because you don't want to feel bad for them. You don't, because they turn out to be horrible adults. But to think of, like, if you saw somebody treating their child that way now, you would step in and say something, or you would try to rescue that child out.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day. No.
No. Nobody could save them back then, because everybody minded your own business, and you don't tell on your neighbors. And it was okay to do that back then to your kids.
Right. Oh, yeah. No.
And I'm not saying that doesn't happen now, because clearly it does. But
yeah, but at least people get turned in now.
Yeah. Let's see. So when is the next Law of Abundance? Is that April 1st?
Well, let me look at my handy dandy little Law of Abundance calendar here.
What? You have that.
How about that? Yes, the next one is April 1st at 2:24 a.m. And there's 2 in April. The next one is on April 30th. At 4:28 p.m. So there are 2 in April.
So that 30th is going to be a much easier thing to do.
Yeah, 4:28. Now, see, April 1st, this is for Eastern Standard Time. This is for people in this area, in the Cleveland area. That time, of course, will be different according to your time zone. So I'm going to guess 3 hours behind us. There won't be 2 new moons in California in April because of the time difference.
See, Amanda says, I know this because I have a checkbook.
There you go. Handy little thing. Really is.
Let's see. There's a lot of conversation where it was given about the whole killers thing, and thing. I listen to a lot of true crime, and it's mainly like just the understanding how a person can get to be the way they are. And that being said, Amanda says, so people never get to become devils or angels.
Devils and angels were created. You don't become a horse when you die and come back. You come back as a human. You die, you don't become a guardian angel. You don't become an angel. If you are a bad person, you will go to hell with the devils, but you don't become a devil. So no, I know there are some nationalities that do believe that you can come back as another species, but that's not usually the common thought.
Oh, somebody just said, I just placed my order for the Lava Abundance checkbook. um, and Tina asks, do the ghosts you speak to ever just want to have a conversation?
Yes, it's like somebody dropped a quarter in their ear and they don't shut up because they've never talked to anybody for the last 40 years. And it's like, and did you know this? And did you know that? And the lady across the street is having an affair with the guy next to. Oh, yeah. They love to gossip. They love to talk.
Yeah. Let's see. What time are we at? Oh, we're already after 11. So what is your 5:30 video about today?
Houses that I've done, people wrote, and when you were here, this is what you found. So there's a couple cute ones in it today. So there's these are pretty good.
And I was just checking the YouTube, and it looks like that meditation's already up on the store's YouTube. So we'll have to get with Ted later of getting it up on your guys's. Let's see. Do we have any last? Well, you know what? We've got the in-person event on May 1st at the Merry-Go-Round Museum in Sandusky.
Seriously, if you can come to that, that's a wonderful place to visit. Even if you can't come on May 1st when we're there, take your kids there because nobody under 18 is allowed for us on the 1st. But oh my gosh, the kids would love it. That place is amazing. And people came with their cameras at the last one. It's amazing the pictures they got of ghosts. So this is a good one to come to. They let you run amok all over that place. You can go anywhere you want in there, take as many pictures as you want. It's really nice.
And they're also friendly and helpful.
They're very nice.
That gentleman downstairs who was doing restoration, like he was giving a whole presentation on how they're sanding and wooding and painting, and if you want to know, they will tell you. And
the animals, the carousel animals are beautiful. There's some that are worth $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. They have actual jewels in them. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's really cool. And I will do it this time. I couldn't last time because there were too many people. But I am going to, at the end, they let everybody get on the carousel and they take you for a ride. And it is, you wait till you see how big this carousel is. It is huge.
It's big. And they have like a working organ, which was not warned when that thing got turned on. Woo.
Yeah, it was. You heard it. You knew it. Yeah, it's a cool place to go. Like I said, if you can't make it, still take your kids there. They'll love it.
And I mean, it's a like family owned and ran, so they are such nice people. And it's in Sandusky downtown. So if you were coming out anyway for Cedar Point, just take a few hours to go check it out and help a small,
family-run place. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Oh, City's here. Hey, City. But we're almost done. The time change. I bet City doesn't have the time.
Oh, I bet you're right. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I was just thinking our friends that are over the pond, like we time changed and I bet they didn't. So we came on earlier.
Right.
Darn it. Well, City, we do have the meditation on the store's YouTube if you want to go and participate in it. And we're going to get it up on Marianne's a little later. Only because I have the constant sign in for mine. I always have to ask Ted, like, hey, either here it is or let me sign in real quick and I'll load it. How far from the airport? It's probably about an hour from the airport. From Cleveland Airport, and that's mainly because you got to get up to 90, and it's a straight shot though once you get to 90, and you're kind of running along Lake Erie when you get up there because Sandusky is up there by the lake. So it's actually a really nice area, and it'll be really pretty come May out there.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Oh, so yeah, other people just realized about the time change. But yeah, come and join us May 1st at the Merry-Go-Round Museum. And we did move back because everybody was worried about the cold for Madison Seminary. So that is now June 18th. There's the 5 to 8 time that you can come with us, or if you want it a little bit spookier and darker, we have the 10 to 1 a.m. So that is now June 18th. It should be warmer, hopefully not too warm. So you can join us.
The building is all brick. It'll be cool in there. And we're at night. I mean, we're not there during the day, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with doing it this weekend. They have no heat in the place. So it was going to be really cold.
Yeah. So, and Christine says she can't wait. Glad it got moved to a warmer time.
Good.
See you. It'll be Christine. But yeah, so those are our 2 in-person like ghost events, and then we have the book club May 17th, which we're still going to figure out how we're going to get our out of the area friends involved. Hank already offered to help with some tech stuff, and Sandy would help moderate. So we have options. Well, we're going to drag you along kicking and screaming, Marian.
I'm just the only upside to this one is it's an hour long. I don't have to, it's not like on the Zoom where it's one after another. So it would go faster. So we'll think about it. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Right. Okay. So there's a few other people joining in about the meditation. So Renee's like, I'm wondering if it's worth another 12-hour drive to go to the event at the Madison Seminary.
Oh, man. Well, Renee, they're letting you run amok in that place, too.
It's a big building. It's really big.
And apparently you go to their site and they have videos of other Ghostbusters that have been through it. Is that correct?
It's been on like Destination America, Destination Fear. So it's been on a few of like the televised shows. So it's got some notoriety for activity happening there. And it's a bigger building. I mean, the Merry-Go-Round Museum is big for, the people that we let in. This is an even bigger building. So less likely to be on top of one another. This is, I wish Mary had got a reality show so we could watch her work.
Been there, done that, done.
Right. We are the reality show right now.
This is it. We're here with you guys right now. This is it. No, I'm not retiring, but that's more in the future than starting more stuff. So
yeah, and other people coming in about the time change, how they don't have it, and Gothbosh is right. I was so happy when I saw a thing about how they're thinking of finally doing away with it,
which would be fine with me too.
Yeah. Kelly says it's 20 minutes for me. The building is huge. And I saw your questions about the law of abundance. I think we're going to save that for the next time around, or if you want to go back to some of the old videos. We've talked about the law of abundance a lot.
Yeah, and they're on the 530 YouTube. There is all kinds of talks about the law of abundance on that. So you can definitely pick up. They've been over almost 3 years of those. So, and there is a index that tells you which one you want to go to. So you can get all kinds of information off of that.
Was it the last video or the video before that we actually did a law of abundance check together here on? It's all running together. But we also
was the day of the law of abundance.
Yeah.
It was on March 2nd. I think
okay.
that we just did it.
Yeah, if you find the video on March 2nd, we go over it.
Did it live, right?
How to do it. So yeah, March 2nd is the one to look at. Let's see. Okay, so again, if anybody wants to go do that meditation again, or if you missed it the first time because of the darn time change, if you go to the store's YouTube channel, which is Goddess Elite New Age, it's already up. And it will be up on Marianne's.
It'll be up today. By the end of the day, it'll be on ours today too.
So watch it as many times as you want. And because it's full moon this weekend, you could do it over and over, and the full moon will add to it. So
yeah, it doesn't disappear. It's going to stay, and we can just keep adding layers to it. If we get enough layers on it, That'll finally do something.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, hey, Ben, local friend. All right, everyone. Well, we do this every Wednesday at 10 a.m. So join us next week and bring your questions. But until
Have a
then,
good week, and everybody be safe and enjoy the great day today. So
I know I can't wait to get outside. Though I'm on the fence. Is that going to make my allergies worse or about the same?
you really need to find an allergy doctor, lady. Yeah.
I'm dreading the fact that maybe I'm at the point where I'm going to have shots because I hate needles. So
I think you're 2 years past that point, but yeah, I think you will.
right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
Okay.
We'll see.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us today.